Hi everyone, my name is Ayo. I'm with Bamco Design and Build. We are licensed builder in the state of Georgia. Today, I'll be taking you through the process and the consideration involved in designing and building a modern, amazing kitchen that looks like this. So here we are in Revit 2024. I use generic model to create the kitchen soffit. These are extrusion and I use it for the base cabinet too. So the next step is to try to create a void form on the base cabinet to simulate the part of the cabinet that's right next to the wall that doesn't open. So I use create void. I draw up a line. Normal spacing between cabinet doors are like zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.5 inches. So I'm going to offset the line by 0.15 inches to see how that looks. So I go with the select line option. I'm just gonna pick the line and offset it. Pick the line, offset it by zero point 0.1 inch. That might be too small, but I'm just gonna take a look at it. I'll close it up at the top, come to the bottom part, close it up. Let's see what that looks like. Finish it, cut it. Okay. Not so bad. I might want it a little bit bigger depending on the look that you're going for and the style of your base cabinet, obviously. So I think I'm gonna increase it a little bit. Just nudge it to the right. You can use the direction button. Yeah, just move it a little bit. Zero point 0.2 inches might be ideal to give you that real cabinet look. I'll finish it off. Excuse me. Finish that. Let's see what it looks like now. We'll cut it. Okay, I think I could work with this. Next thing, I'm going to create the top void just to where you have your drawers where you put your cutleries and all that good stuff. Go back to the section, create create void. I draw up a line, offset it. Now I'm gonna go with point one nine to close, zero point 0.2 inches. Let's do 0.19 inch. Close it up. Go back, close it up. Copy it and move it on. So you have the top one for your drawers, and the second one could be for your pens, plates, whatever, what have you, depending on what you're going for. Like I said, each and every design are different. So we'll close it up. I need to move it a little bit because this particular project, we have like a tall drawer cabinet right next to the range. So I'm moving in a little bit. Yeah, 2 feet spacing. That might be a little bit too much. Let's see, 2.2 feet 4 inches. What I'm trying to do over here is just to like simulate all the lines you have in your cabinet drawers that determines what part of your cabinet open and the size and the dimension of your drawers. in the cabinet. So I'm just gonna run through it real quick. This one goes all the way to the top. Like I said earlier, to the right I have a tall drawer that needs to open fully. So I'm trying to keep that space uninterrupted. As for the tall part of the cabinet, I just offset the line by delete. I just offset the line by 0.19 inch. I drag it to the top, drag it to the bottom. Then I do the same for this little line. Again, what I'm trying to do is to simulate the effect of the distance between each doors of your cabinet. Close it up at the top, draw a line at the top. I need to close it up. So I use trim and extend command. That's why I used to close it off. I cut it in the intersecting part because it all needs to be one big void so I could cut through the cabinet, right? So I use trim and extend command to like join each angles. I'm going a little bit quicker. So I think I have in place. No, I think I need to delete the top part, the one that extend. Select that, delete it, then go to 3D, take a look at it, pull out and cut it. Yeah. Hope you understand what I'm trying to achieve here. Exactly. Yes. Um, it's looking good so far. If I'm not quite satisfied, I can always edit in place and nudge it. So this is the range we're going to be using. Is a six stop range. I picked it up from the manufacturing website. I need to put it in place to be able to work with it exactly where it's going to be in my project, right? So I could build my cabinet around it. Sometimes you might want to start from that depending on what design you're going for. So if you take a look at it, I could already tell I need to nudge it to the right to fall in the center of my ceiling soffit, right? Because I'm trying to have it right in the center of the kitchen. So a way to do that is draw a reference line to the left, draw another reference line from the cooktop now just to make sure we know exactly where to place this cooktop. So I need to select it with the lines and nudge it. You could measure if you want, but for this particular tutorial, I'm just gonna rush through it, just nudge it to make sure I could look at it and I feel good with what it's looking like. So I drag in my soffit on the left, drag in my soffit on the right. So now it's looking like I want my cook range where I want it exactly where I want it to be, right? And I could adjust the base cabinets as well. And in order to do that, edit in place, notch that a little bit to the right to give that realistic look. Do the same thing for the line to the left. Looking good so far. Let's see what it looks like in 3D. Okay, I'm okay with this for now. I can always come back to editing later. So moving forward, I need to draw the wall cabinet. I select the wall, edit in place. Pardon me, I'm drawing the base cabinet right now, like the kick toe, the toe kick, whatever you call it. The standard is usually about 4 inches tall. So that's the part of your cabinet that is pushed underneath, is extruded underneath. So for these, I need to create a new material. And the reason why I like to do that, because when I export it to my rendering software, it gives me the flexibility I need to work with. So it can't be too fit because it needs to go inside past the base cabinet itself, and yeah, that's what it looks like. Now I need to copy it to the other side. I just use mirror command tool, look for the center of the range, click it. See, it just mirrored it to the other side. So everything looking good so far. I think I'm happy with it. I could adjust it a little bit. Okay. I think I'm happy with that so far. Next up, let's do wall, the wall cabinet, the one you have hanging on the wall. Go to 3D, create in place, model, generic model, create extrusion. Then I could select the work plane. I'm gonna select the same kitchen wall we're working with. Make sure you get the wall that you're working with. That's gonna be there. You go. No, there you go. You need to be real careful about moving your mouse around there, right? Sometimes it get a little bit tricky. So I selected it. I come to the wall. I draw a rectangle. I make sure I align it to the existing kitchen soffit. So for this particular design, I have like layers of cabinetry to form that particular design. So I need like maybe 6 to 8 inches, and it stays 6 to 8 inches away from the soffit. I think I'm fine. So also another thing I want to point out, you want to make sure your wall cabinet, the distance to your base cabinet is within the standard, usually around 18 inches to 20 inches. So I took the measurement. I think that's fine. I need to remember the little bit part next to the wall that doesn't open, something similar to the base one. I need to create that. So I align that line with the base cabinet line to give kind of symmetry and make sure everything looks right to the highs. Right. I take that all the way up because if you look at a real kitchen, you see your board going on, the line goes all the way up. So now I need to do the spacing between the cabinet, which is 0.19 inches, 0.19 inch. There you have it. Um, I need to pick the line, try to cut it to give me the realistic look. So the part to the right is the thickness of your cabinet, and this is what it looks like. Um, I take that all the way up to. I give it some spacing, 0.19 inch. Then I try to cut it. Use my cutting tool, cut it at the top, cut it at the. I don't need to cut it at the bottom. Just trim and extend will work, but I'm just gonna cut it. Trim and extend, trim and extend, trim and extend. I have a little bit of line I need to delete. There you go. So it's looking good so far. I think I like it. I edit in place. I put the Figma measurement. I have about 5 feet of cabinet space. I need the same dividing line over here again. Yeah, that looks about right. 0.19 inch peak line. Cut it. I'm gonna cut it again, then trim and extend to close it off. TR, that's the shortcut for it. Trim and extend, trim and extend, trim and extend. Looking good, looking good. Let me finish this off. Let's see what it looks like. Go to 3D. So I see. Hope you understand what we're going for here. This is just me being like a, this is me being a carpenter right now. Just trying to like simulate the kind of kitchen I want for this particular project. Okay, let's carry on. Next up, we need to we need to do the back for the kitchen, right? Now I have the front part. I just need this could be any material because you probably won't see these, but when you start to render to get more realistic look, you wanna have like the back of your cabinet. Just give it name the material, wall carb 01, pick another material for that. Okay, looking good. The thickness might be too much. Let's reduce it a bit because, again, I'm just trying to simulate, you know, how your normal kitchen company will build your cabinetry. Okay. I think I like this offer. I'm getting somewhere. Next up, we need to do, let's pick the same plan. We need to work with the the spacing in the cabinet now. We need to do exactly our cabinet layouts, right? Whatever dimension we want, most time you get this for the client. I mean, for custom builders, we go into details, getting all this kind of information from our clients. So now I'm doing like the first but like the first space in your cabinet where you put your trays, your pots, your cups, what have you, depending and whatever you want to do with it. So again, the thickness of the board is 0.5 inch. So I copy it, I take it to the next level. I only need three spacing for this particular cabinet, so I think I'm fine with this. Then I need to do the one running all the way down. It's gonna be under that line, right? So again, if you might want to be the type to like, take all your measurement down to details, I do that sometimes. Sometimes I don't, depending what my time is looking like. So zero point 0.5 inch over there, I need to cut it because it has to be one big void, right? So I use my cut command, trim and extend. I mean, I use my split command, trim and extend it. Do the same at the top. I need to trim and extend at the top as well. TR is a shortcut for that. TR, trim and extend. Looking good. I think, yeah, it's one big void now. So I could apply the material again. It's important for flexibility if you're a company that goes into rendering to like, because most clients, that's, they understand better with a rendering product compared to just showing plans and elevation. So you might want to like choose each different material for everything you draw. Excuse me, different project. Okay, so drag it in. So I hope you understand what we're going for now, guys. So we have our cabinets. Okay, we're missing the bottom pad. So what we do, we could copy and drag it down. Or we could just create new one, fresh new one. Draw a line. That's to be 0.5 inch. Click it. Cut it. Draw the line down. Draw the line down. Make sure you align it. Trim and extend. Trim and extend. Do the same at the top. Okay, I think we have what we want right now. Let's take a look at it in 3D, finish it off. Awesome, awesome, amazing. Okay. Next up, I think we're gonna do the doors now because we have the inside cabs in place. Let's put it again, whatever type of door you want to go for depends on what your project is saying. For these particular doors, I'm using a reflective glass with a aluminum or a metal frame. All these cool modern look kitchen. So model in place again. Model in place. The thickness of the frame for the glass, 0.7 inch. I draw it, put it on the inside. Do the same for the so this cabinet is going to come with three doors for the wall cab. That's the first one. Creating the second one. Excuse me. So drag it down. For this one, I'm just gonna divide in the middle. Okay, that's what I want. Point peak line for the spacing between that one. You know what? I'm just gonna do the frame for now. Point 0.7. Keep it on the inside. For the right one, do the same for the left one. 0.7 inch. Keep it on the inside. Close it off. Okay. So the line in the middle needs to be double for it to be opening. So I need to nudge it a little bit to the left. Then I draw another line. Then I need to split it to give me the opening iron iron frame for the doors. Trim and extend. Trim and extend. Go to the top. Repeat the same process. Trim and extend. Trim and extend. Finish it off. I might want to apply material. Like I said, every every item we create for this custom piece to give more flexibility, we need to assign its own material to it. So for this one, create new material. Let's call it what can we call it? Iron iron kitchen door, iron trim kitchen cabinet one. Okay, okay, that's that. We'll finish it off. Let's take a look at it in 3D, see what we're working with. Okay, there we go. So we need to nudge it back in place. Instead of extrusion start at -1 inch and should end at 0 inch. So that gives you 1 inch thickness, right? If you want it shorter, you could adjust it to whatever your need is. But hey, this is your life. You could do whatever you want with it. Okay. Point two to like nudge off past the wall card a little bit. Then let's take this out a little bit so the overlapping doesn't mess with the high while we do our rendering. Okay, I think I think I'm liking it so far. Now we need to do the top part that connects the soffit and the wall card. For that, no, my bad. We need to do the glass now. Just draw your rectangle, create new material. That's gonna be your glass. Glass for this, you can just duplicate your existing glass and you rename it to whatever you want to work with. Kitchen glass for me. Kitchen glass inset 01 appearance. I like it, but let me go with the gray glass. Okay, I think I'm fine with that. Finish it off. Again, too thick. I could drag it in place. So again, assign my dimension to it. So start minus zero point 0.5, finish minus zero point 0.3. So that gives you zero point 0.2 inch for the thickness of the kitchen glass. I think that would do for now. Next up, we do the parts that connect the kitchen wall cap to the existing soffit built out by the builder, obviously. So I built these soffits out before during the framing stage. So come here, you draw. So again, there's two layers that goes in there. That's the kind of design for depending on your kitchen design. I have a little piece, it's like 1.5 inch. So for this part, I'm just gonna name it wall cab because it's the same material with your wall cab. I'm gonna call it Soffit 02. Give me flexibility if I need to change the materials on that. Okay, fine, looking good. 3D extrusion to one fit. Yes, it should be it should align. That's your standard for your wall cabinet, right? Is always one fit. So from the look of it, I think what I have existing overshoot the one fit. So I need to like make sure I pull it back. Your base cabinet is about 2 feet. Your top cabinet is about 1 feet to 15 inches, depending on what style you're going for. So I need to pull this back to 1 feet. So I maintain the standard. Pull the slabs on the inside back to. Okay, exactly. This is looking good. Next up, I need to like do the little inserts. That's gonna be a different color, makes it pop. Let's call it what do I have from kitchen my kitchen maker? I think they call this Bondi Black. So I'm gonna name it the same thing, just just because Bondi Black slate soffit appearance, make it black. Okay, give it the same dimension, no less than 1 feet. So I take off 1 inch, so that's gonna be 11 inches. Let's see exactly. That's the look I'm going for. You see, guys, I could drag it out a little bit. I think I'm happy with it so far. Make sure everything is in place. So I don't need to recreate the wheel. I'm just copy it using the mirror command and transfer it to the right side of the kitchen. Oh, I love this command. It just saved myself a whole lot of time. There you go. There you have it. I save it. Save as. Hey, sometimes you need to have backup and backups for these. You need to have backup for your backup for these projects. So there we have a kitchen all set up in Revit 2024. Yes, I want to override what I have because this is an addition. That means I have a kitchen in my projects now, right? And again, this is how detailed we take our custom design and build projects. So depending on what the client want, we got everything, one stop shop. That's what we do. It's looking good so far. What is we need to do? We need to put it in place to make sure it's exactly where we want it. Make sure everything aligns and looking good. Okay, so I think with high time we'll put a countertop on the kitchen. Um, yes, let's do the countertop. Generic model. Go back to the same wall. Extrusion is the same plane. I'm just gonna pick the plane again just to confirm we are working with the same plane. Draw a rectangle, go from one side, stop right beside before your range. You want to stop right before it. Again, depending on how much you're willing to spend on your countertop, right, and the design you're going for, you could go for 2 inches or you could go for 1 inch for this particular project. I'm gonna stick with the normal 2 inch. Then I create 1 inch. I create a new material kitchen counter 01 shit in case I have more than one kitchen in the house that I'm working with. Okay, and this kind of help with your takeoff as well when you start ordering your countertop, you know what dimension to order, eliminate waste and get you rolling as soon as possible. Okay, so looking good so far. So your kitchen countertop needs to shoot out past your base cabinet by at least I go for normal. My company standard is 1 inch. That's what I'm gonna do. But for now, I think I need to do the backsplash, right? So we're just gonna work with the same wall, guys. We draw a big rectangle. Let's set the work plane again. Sometimes you just want to make sure you're working with the same work plane. Draw a line. What we're doing out here is just get it back of the kitchen where it's going to be our backsplash, right? And with that, we know what the square footage is for the backsplash. You can put it in order if you want to work faster. Let's create a what thickness is the backsplash I use? What thickness is your quartz or marble? I use zero point 0.7 inch. So I'm gonna create new material. Name it kitchen backsplash 01. Again, if you're working with more than one kitchen in your project, finish it. Go to 3D. That's what it looks like. I think I'm happy with it. I'm gonna finish it. Okay, guys. I think we have it. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Here we are installing the kitchen we designed, right where it belongs. If you notice the wire hanging out, that's as a result of the conduit not being in place before kitchen installation. We later jump on that and fix it. This is what the final product looks like.